haven't already seen my affordable / drugstore must-have beauty favorites, be sure to check that one out. That one was a little bit on the long side. I'm hoping this one isn't super long. I'm going to try to go through the products a little bit quicker, but because of this, that you can't see yet, I have a feeling it might be a long video. My favorites that I'm going to share with you today are more prestige beauty products. That's the best way I can describe it, because I think about Ulta. If you're an Ulta shopper, you'll know what I mean, because sometimes their coupons are excluded from prestige beauty, which is more of the well-known Sephora, Ulta, more high-end brands. So I guess I'll start with brows. I think that's what I started with last time. In general, I will use my Becca Cosmetics Flawless Brow Trio, but since we're not talking about more affordable products today, I chose 3 things that are kind of my go-to if I am using more expensive products. I picked out a brow powder. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their brow powder duo in soft brown. I don't use this half as much as I use my more affordable favorite, but this is another one that I really like. The colors are beautiful. You have a lighter shade, a deeper shade. It's small, it's compact, easy to travel with, easy to store. So I do like this powder as well. I also want to mention this brow pencil. It's from Becca Cosmetics. It's the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. It's got a nice twist up of the brow product, and you've also got a spoolie on the end. This is in the shade 3. I love this one because it's a little bit more I would say cool toned on me, and I like that it's got sort of a more unique shape to it. It's more of a teardrop shape. I'm holding the next product I'm going to talk about in my hand. I'm so bad about doing that. It's got kind of a more flat edge, a more rounded edge. So for a brow pencil, this one is my fave. I do also want to try their Precisely My Brow, because that one's got more of a thin hair-like type of pencil in it. The product I've been waving around this whole time while talking about the Becca Cosmetics brow pencil is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. So 2 Anastasia products, and Becca and Anastasia are both really well known for their brow products, so maybe that's a given. This is a brow gel that keeps your brow hairs in place. I am wearing all 3 of the products on my brows today, so I went in with the pencil first, then I went in with a little bit of powder to fill in some areas that might still look a little sparse, and just to give them a fuller look. I love pairing brow pencils with brow powders. Then I go on with my eyebrow gel because it just keeps my eyebrows in place longer, because they can get a little wild. For eyeshadow primer, I chose this guy right here from Smashbox. It's the Photo Finish Lid Primer. This is in the shade White. There are a couple different shades, and I just really enjoy this because it makes the colors really stand out when I use it, because it is straight white on the eyelid. You can blend it out so it's not super shocking white, but it is going to look a lot lighter than if you didn't have it there. The applicator's easy. I will say it can be a little drying if your skin is already dry to begin with, but if you are hydrated, your skin is nice and smooth because you've been doing your skincare, and you shouldn't have any problems with this guy. It also keeps your eyeshadow makeup on longer, so I used it today with this eye look. So I picked 2 eyeshadow palettes to share with you guys. I picked them based off of not only just that they have colors that I like in them, but I think these 2 brands in particular have really high quality, beautiful shadows. So the first brand is Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think their eyeshadow palettes are really good quality. The Anastasia powders are a bit more powdery. They do have a little bit more kick up, but I don't mind that with my shadows. I think they're nice and soft. These blend really easily. This one is the Prism eyeshadow palette. It was their holiday release. Another thing I really enjoy about Anastasia palettes is they do a lot of like color theory, or think about really what shadows will go well together. You get to experiment with a lot of different colors that you may normally not be drawn to, because they put it in a palette on purpose, I feel like, for you to use it and be like, whoa, that's really cool. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks that way, but I really like Anastasia shadows, and I'm going to stop talking about it because this video can't be a million years long. This next one is my top favorite eyeshadow formula. It's the Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I think they are beautiful. They're very expensive, but they are so blendable. They last on the eye for so long. She's got a lot of different finishes. You know, it's just, I don't know. I love her eyeshadows. This is the Sunset palette. I used a combination of these two on my eyes today, plus another product I'm going to talk about. Just super beautiful. I really, really love both of these palettes, but if I were to pick just one of the two favorites, I would pick the Natasha Denona because her shadows are so beautiful. But my top two favorite eyeshadow formulas at the moment are Anastasia, Beverly Hills, and Natasha Denona. Another eye product I wanted to mention is the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pots. I did a video on these guys. They are a cream metallic eyeshadow is the best way I can describe it. It is like a metallic paint for your eyes. Packaging is pretty. They last on the eye for a long time. They're very smooth. They apply best with your finger. These are really pretty if you like a shiny eyeshadow look. I also like pairing these under regular eyeshadows. Today I used this one, Park Ave Princess, just a tiny bit in kind of this area of my eye. And then I put some shadow from the two palettes over it. So this was the other product I was talking about. My two favorite more expensive eyeliners are the Kat Von D Tattoo Eyeliner. This is a liquid eyeliner. And the Marc Jacobs Highliner Matte Gel Crayons. This is your more traditional eyeliner. Both of these are very beautiful, very different from each other. Like I said, the Kat Von D is a liquid eyeliner. It's got a very precise applicator, which I love. It's not like a little felt tip. It's a very beautiful brush tip that just glides on the eye. It's very black. This is in the shade Trooper. They also have it in a brown. Lasts on the eye all day. Very easy application, which is something I really enjoy about this. I do not like liquid eyeliners that are hard to apply. The Marc Jacobs crayon I'm showing you is in the shade Brownie. I picked this one to show you because it's my favorite out of the four that I have. I have this one, Earthquake, Grapevine, I believe it's called, or it's a purple shade, and then a teal one, which I believe is called Whirlpool. This one I use the most because it's a more natural color. Earthquake is also brown, but it's a little less warm toned. And I like these because they are twist up, you don't have to sharpen them, and they literally last on your eye forever. They last for a really, well, not forever, but they last on your eye for a really long time. Long wear, easy, glides on, very creamy. It's not drying when you apply it to your eye. I realize I don't use a lot of more expensive mascaras. I tend to use more drugstore mascaras. I think that's just because I've always had the mindset that mascara is one of those things that you have to replace so often that I like to use drugstore if I can because then I'm not spending as much. I stuck with an old favorite, the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It does flake, I will say that, but the volume I get from this is amazing. The length I get from this is amazing. The color is a deep, deep black. It's what I'm wearing on my lashes today, and I'm just in love with it. I love the brush of this. It's so easy to use. It's that beautiful hourglass shape. I know there is a lot of love and hate tied to this mascara, but it is one that I really enjoy. I picked two primers to share with you. I found that with these high-end or more expensive beauty products, I had a harder time just picking like one thing, and I wanted to pick one or two. Sometimes I even wanted to pick three, but there's just so many good products out there. I chose the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. Oh my gosh, my foundation looks so good whenever I use this, especially when I use this paired with the Hourglass Vanish stick, which, hint hint, is coming up later in this video. Got a little SPF in here. I like the pump. It feels kind of luxurious and expensive. Not that that's super important, but I don't know, it makes me feel a little fancy. It's not super luminous, it's not matte, it's very natural. It does help smooth out the skin, and I think it does help keep your makeup on longer. I just love the finish of this. It makes me look so much better when I use this versus some other primers. So this is a top favorite. My other favorite is from Becca Cosmetics. This is the primer I used on my skin today. This is the First Light Priming Filter. I've talked about the Backlight Priming Filter on my channel a little bit more than I've talked about the First Light, but I love this primer. The purple of this just adds some sort of beautiful effect to the skin. The color just makes, without having like super color correcting, it makes it look very, I don't know, like it's a beautiful light is hitting your skin, which I think is the whole premise of a lot of their products, is they want your skin to look like you're in very good lighting. Same with Hourglass. Both of them have that sort of have your skin look beautiful in different lights type of theme. Also, the First Light smells like candy. I love the scent on this. So if you don't like scents, you probably won't like this one. For color correctors, I have two products to mention. This one right here is from Dr. Jart. I don't know how to pronounce this. The the Cicapair, I think that's how you say it. Cicapair Dermagreen Solution Tiger Grass Color Correcting Treatment. Now this is a little bit more of a skincare product. It neutralizes redness and protects the skin. If you use this over time, it's also supposed to naturally reduce the redness in your skin. It's a really cool product because it's green, and then as you massage it into your skin, it turns to a beige color. I've heard people use this on its own without putting any type of other makeup product on. I think that's a little dependent on what your skin tone already is, but I enjoy wearing this under foundation. It doesn't have too terrible of a smell. Yeah, it's a clean smell, and I wanted to include this even though, again, it's more of a skincare thing because this will help neutralize redness if you have redness on your skin. This one is not a surprise if you've been following me for a while. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid in pink. I use this under my eyes all the time to brighten my dark circles. It's got a very flat applicator that's easy to use. Mine is very well loved. As you can see, it's got a crack in the top of it here. I have another one of these in my drawer because I love it so much. They also have this in different colors. So there's a green, there's probably a purple and a yellow. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, and it lasts a really long time because I swear I've had this forever. I can tell that it's going to be going out soon, but it says it's good for a year, so I think I might be good. No, I've definitely had that over a year. I picked two concealers to share with you guys. First one is everybody's favorite, or it feels like it's everybody's favorite. It is the Tarte Shape Tape. This one is in the shade Light. The applicator on this thing is humongous. If you have not heard of this concealer, I would be very surprised. It is talked about like crazy. I mean, look at the size of that. It's insane. You only need a few dots under your eyes. I've been guilty of putting a little bit too much under my eyes, but it brightens up. It lasts all day. It's full coverage. Yes. This next concealer I had to take out of my purse. It is from NARS. It is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I think a lot of people talked about this one too when I was looking through people's favorites. It comes in a jar, which I'm usually not a fan of. I prefer wand applicator concealers. But this one is so beautiful. It literally warms up and melts onto your skin as you apply it. And like if I put my finger in here, it's just so creamy. You look at it and it doesn't look like it would be as soft as it is. This one's in the shade Light 2 or Vanilla. I believe that's the same shade I use in the Radiant Creamy Concealer that they have. I love that one as well. That one's also got really good coverage. This one, I feel like you can build up and build up and build up, and it does not look bad. And surprise, surprise, the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. I mentioned this earlier. This is a twist up foundation stick. So you twist up the top, you stripe it on your face, or you can put it on a brush and then put it on your face that way. I prefer striping it on my face and then blending it out. If I want my makeup to look at its best, I will use this, and I will pair it with this, and I will use the Vanish Stick foundation brush. These three together make the most beautiful looking skin ever. At least for me. I don't like that you can run through the product really fast because it is a stick, so there's less product in there, but it's really worth it. The formula is, it's just, oh, I don't know. I love this. My favorite liquid foundation has to be this one from Cogendo. It's their Aqua Foundation. I am in the shade 013. There's no artificial colors or fragrance. This is what I have on my skin today. So I have this paired with this guy. These two kind of give each other a run for their money, but if I want more full coverage, I will grab this because this is more of a light to medium coverage foundation. Comes with a pump, which makes it really easy to use, and yeah, I enjoy this. I have a setting powder and a finishing powder to share with you. The setting powder is one from Too Faced. It's their Ethereal Setting Powder. I did a video on this a while ago. I'm still really enjoying it. This has been my favorite setting powder since I've bought this product. It's got a twist off cap, and then it's got a little protector right here to cover the product coming out. And then of course, because it's Too Faced, it's a little heart on the inside. This is a very soft powder, and I just think it does a nice job extending my makeup's wear time, and it gives a nice natural look to the skin, even when you add powder. I feel like sometimes when you add powder, your skin can kind of feel like it's sucked dry, and I don't feel that with this powder. So I will dust this under my eyes, dust it on my face before I apply other powder products after I put my foundation on. If you guys don't know, I really love Hourglass. This is their Ambient Lighting Powder. This is in Dim Light. This is the shade I use the most. This makes your skin look soft and glowing without being too much. It also feels like nothing on your face when you use this stuff. This comes in different shades. Dim Light just happens to be the one I wear the most, and they kind of have this whole idea of powders for different lightings, and if you're interested, you should check it out. Super silky smooth, so good. I only have one bronzer, and surprise, surprise, it's Hourglass again. This is their Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light. This is my absolute favorite bronzer. Like, of all time, this is my favorite. You swirl your brush in here, and it just creates the most beautiful bronze look without being too warm, without being too dark. Especially with my complexion being so fair, I have to be really careful with bronzers. In general, I probably apply less than I could. It's not a sparkly, chunky bronzer. It's very fine and just looks like you're sun-kissed. I have two blushes to share. This one is from Becca Cosmetics. It's their mineral blush in Flower Child. This is my like go-to everyday sort of blush shade. It's got a little hint of peach to it. It's got a little hint of a golden tone to it, but not super gold. The Becca blushes last a really long time on the skin. They've got some more shimmery ones. They've got some that are more natural looking, like this one. This one definitely does have a sheen to it, but it's a healthy sheen to the skin. I have it on my cheeks today. Okay, and again with Hourglass. Can you tell I'm obsessed? This is their Ambient Lighting Blush in Luminous Flesh. This one's a little bit more pinky toned, but again, I like that soft pink look. You swirl your brush in here, and it just looks amazing. I'll leave it at that for that one. For liquid highlight, I'll have to go with the Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. This one's in the shade Celestial, and it's the shade that I use the most. It's a little bit more cool toned. These are super metallic. You only need a little dot, maybe two, on your cheekbone and pat it out with a beauty sponge, and you look amazing. If you don't like strong highlights, then you won't really like this one, but I think this is gorgeous. I love a strong highlight every once in a while. I tend to land somewhere in between where I'll wear like a really strong highlight or I'll wear a very subtle highlight. The next highlight I'm going to talk about is pretty subtle, but it is my top favorite highlight. This is from Laura Mercier. It is the Matte Radiance Baked Highlighter in the shade 01. Yeah, 01. Like, I'm looking like I don't know, but this is amazing. This is my Natural Glow highlight. This shade in particular goes with every look for me because it's not too cool, it's not too warm, it just looks like my skin but better. You can pick this powder up really easily on a brush. It's not chunky, it's very smooth. I feel like smooth is a word I've been using a lot in this video. This is just an amazing product, and if I can only have one highlight for a long time, it would be this one. For traditional lipsticks, I have two to share with you. The first one is from Tarte. It's their Color Splash lipsticks. Yeah, that's what it's called. Color Splash lipsticks. I have a few of these. I'm wearing this one on my lips today. I think I got this one for Christmas from my sister and my mom, maybe. This is the shade Beach Waves. I love this kind of cool tone brown. These are nourishing. There's a lot of different shades. The packaging is beautiful. It reminds me of the ocean, which I really love. However, these are also very good lipsticks. These are from Hourglass. I don't have a lot of these ones, but my boyfriend got me this one, and I am hooked on the formula. It feels super, super creamy on the lips. And I like the size of this one because it's smaller, and my lips are pretty small, and you can get really precise with it, and I love how it feels in the hand. It's got a nice weight, and it just, I don't know. This one is in the shade I've Kissed. My mom got me the little set of these that came out around Christmas time. It came with 3 of them, so like one of these plus the 2 refills. Oh yeah, duh, that's what I wanted to mention. These are refillable lipsticks. So you buy this like golden packaging with 1 shade in it, and then you can just buy refills. So you don't have to buy the packaging again, you just buy the lipstick itself to go on the inside, which is pretty neat. For liquid lipsticks, I choose Kat Von D. I feel like I choose you. I feel like I'm picking a Pokemon or something. This is in the shade Lolita, which is extremely popular. I love her formula. It is a tiny bit drying if you don't prep your lips properly, but if you do, it lasts on your lips a really long time. She's got an amazing color selection. The packaging is beautiful. I happen to like her nude liquid lipsticks in particular, or more nude tone liquid lipsticks, but Lolita is an amazing shade for good reason. I chose two glosses because they're both very different from each other. This first one is from Too Faced. This is a creamy peach oil lip gloss, and this is in the shade Peach Fuzz. I have 3 of these. The other 2 are in my purse right now. These are perfect for me for when I go to work. They don't last on the lips a long time, but they feel more nourishing than other lip glosses do, and they do give a little bit of color. And it smells like peaches, and the top of it is really cute, and it's just, I don't know, adorable. It's not too thin, it's not too thick. I feel like I'm Goldilocks now, so we went from Pokemon to Goldilocks. The other lip gloss is from Bite. It's their Prismatic Pearl Cream Glosses. The one I have in my hand is Rose Pearl. I had a little bit on the center of my lip earlier. These smell, oh my gosh, they smell amazing. Let's pat a tiny bit in the center there. These are a lot more metallic, they're a lot more high shine, they're sparkle, so very, very different than the Too Faced one, which is more of a natural gloss. If you love sparkly, sparkly lip glosses and want something nourishing that's got good ingredients, Bite is known for having better ingredients in their products, and then you should check these out. I have 2 setting sprays to share with you right here. First one is the Too Faced Hangover Setting Spray. This has a really replenishing primer and setting spray. I don't really use this as a primer. It's got coconut water in it. I do use their regular hangover primer. I prefer to use that over this one. I just love using this as a setting spray. It's what I used as my setting spray today to set my makeup. Did a review of this when I reviewed the setting powder. I think I did them together. So if you want to know a little bit more about this, you can watch that video. It smells amazing. It's got probiotic-based ingredient and skin reviver, silicone-free, alcohol-free, and oil-free. When I really want to look illuminated and glowy, I finish off my makeup with this guy right here. This is from Cover FX. I'm almost gonna drop it, and it is their illuminating spray. This is hands down one of the best misters on a setting spray that I've tried. I love the setting mist on this and the one that I talked about in my drugstore favorites, obviously. You really have to make sure to shake this up before you spray it onto your skin, or else you'll have kind of a mixture of different little shimmer particles on your face. I'm probably describing this horribly, so let me read the back. Illuminating setting spray instantly sets your makeup and imparts a subtle glow for an all-over radiant appearance. There we go. That's what it does. It does exactly that. Alright guys, so I feel like I covered every category, or at least I hope I did, because that was a lot of products to talk about. But I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite, more high-end, prestige products are in the comments down below. Maybe I will check out the product if I haven't tried it before. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are amazing. You make my day whenever I read your comments. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.